I ate raw fruits and vegetables for 31 days, and this is what happened. We may have heard that eating raw fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds is a healthy thing to do, but what happens if we only eat that? Can we survive on that diet? Are we going to be nutrient deficient? Are we going to really deprive ourselves of simple pleasures in life, such as delicious food? Well, I decided to experiment and I ate absolutely nothing but raw fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds for 31 days. I did not do it alone this time. I joined Misfit Vegan group on Facebook and I had to upload a daily post to stay accountable. And I was so glad to see that there are so many people that are going through the same experiences. So thank you, Jeanette, for setting this up. Now, before I share with you what happened when I ate raw vegan diet for 31 days, I must tell you why I did it in the first place. I have tried raw vegan before and only lasted for 9 days, but this time I did it for 31 days straight. My main reason why I did it was because I wanted to see if I can get more energy during the day. I wanted to stop being lazy and hopefully shed a few pounds. So what did I eat during these 31 days? My typical day consisted of a very easy breakfast, like the fastest food you can imagine. Fresh, juicy, ripe, sweet fruits like watermelon, cantaloupes, peaches, whatever else was in season at the time. Most of the time I ate mono meals, so basically one fruit at a time till I felt I was full. For example, I could eat half or medium of watermelon for breakfast. So for lunch I either ate more fruit or I had a salad or zucchini noodles or smoothie bowl, and for dinner I could have some dehydrated veggie wraps or more salad or some chia pudding, depending on how I felt and what I had available in my fridge. How was my experience? If I stayed home and had plenty of fruits and veggies on hand, I had no problem eating this way. Now, my family is not raw vegan, so I had to do some cooking for them and stay on my course. I had to make sure that I had some of my food prepped and ready for me to dive in case craving comes in. So I typically sipped on my smoothie while cooking for my family. It was not that difficult once I set my mind to that. Now, it was the whole month of July that I stayed raw, and there were many picnics, pool and beach parties, vacation travel. Basically, there were a lot going on and I had to adjust to all of that somehow. So how did I do that? I had to come prepared all the time. I had to either bring a bunch of fruits, which was easy to do, just go to the store and pick it up, or I prepped some gourmet style raw food and brought it to me and shared with my friends, or I simply took some raw walnuts and dates to the airplane as a snack. As long as I had my food with me, it was easy and I had no cravings and I was okay. So now, how did I feel and what really happened? First raw day was very easy and exciting. Second day was not that bad either, nothing noticeable happened. After eating raw for 1 week, I started feeling that my belly started getting flatter and I lost 2 pounds. Then the following week I started getting headaches, not excruciating or anything like that, but minor headaches, a bit annoying, but nothing I couldn't handle. The headaches lasted for 2 days and then I felt much better. I started getting more energy, I felt lighter and happier. It was easy to just get up and go and my laziness started to disappear. I had constant energy throughout the day, no ups or downs, no crashes. I didn't have any food coma after eating lunch. So I felt inspired and continued my journey. After eating this way for about 3 weeks, my face broke out and I had like tiny little pimples all over my face, which lasted a couple of days and then they just disappeared. They didn't like break out completely, just a tiny little noticeable bumps, and then they just went away. So that was interesting. I guess I did experience some sort of detox symptoms. First the headaches, then the tiny little pimples. I did not experience any more detox symptoms after these. At times I felt a bit sad, but then I went to the bathroom and the sadness disappeared. Speaking of bathroom, oh my goodness, what a roller coaster it has been. Since I was eating so much more juicy fruits, I was super hydrated and I felt amazing, but the problem was that I had to go to the bathroom a lot. My digestion was like on point. After every single time I ate, I just had to go. It was so fast and efficient. Sorry if it's a bit TMI, but that was a major change and it was a big mood changer too. I felt happier and I had much more energized. I just never felt tired until it was time for me to sleep at night. That's it. And if you don't know this about me, I'm going to be 44 in December, and it's a big difference in energy levels from my 20s or 30s. So I felt like eating raw brought my energy back to me again. On my last day, I weighed 10 pounds lighter than when I started, and I was already a relatively healthy vegan, I thought, for about 8 years, and I was not considered overweight, but I felt so much better losing these pounds. I also want to mention that I was active throughout most days, but I did not heavily exercise. Maybe if I did exercise, I would lose more weight. I don't know. Either way, I was happy to shed some weight. Was I hungry, and how hungriness felt? Now I have to mention that I had to eat very big portions in order to feel full. For example, if I eat one mango, that was not enough at all. I had to eat like 4 mangoes or 5 peaches or half a watermelon. However, I must tell a very interesting observation while being raw. When I felt hungry, it wasn't very intense feeling. It was just minor hunger clues, but I wasn't getting hangry or anything like that. I still felt happy, energized, just light, and I could easily wait until my food is ready. I wasn't getting mad about it, so that was very interesting to me, so I wanted to share that. Now you might be wondering what happened after 31 days. Did I stay raw or did I eat cooked food? I did break my raw vegan fast by eating for dinner a little bit of plain white cooked rice and a couple of mushrooms and a tiny bit of string beans. And it sounds kind of healthy, right? Let me tell you what happened after about 15 minutes of eating this dinner. I started having some minor shakes. I got a headache, like a flu headache, and I was feeling like I was drunk or I had some hangover. It was a really bad feeling and a very intense headache, which lasted for about 30 minutes. Then I felt fine, but that was kind of scary. Next day I ate a ton of juicy fruit in the morning and I felt so much better. But then I ate for dinner vegan sushi and I was okay feeling. Now I'm still eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, but I do eat cooked food. I think it is just so addictive. We create such delicious recipes and it's very hard to stop eating them. They just taste so good. Are they really good for us? Maybe yes, maybe no. It all depends what we compare it with. But I do believe that raw foods are much superior than cooked foods, and hopefully one day I will only eat raw. So I decided to start another challenge by eating raw for 90 days. So this means September, October, November and some December, it's gonna be all raw. And it's gonna be a really challenge because there are a lot of holidays coming up, a lot of parties. I need to figure out how to stay raw for 90 days. I feel like I need to do this for my health and vitality, otherwise I started to get my afternoon food comas back again, eating cooked lunches. Okay, I will post you on my progress, so stay tuned. And by the way, click right here if you're interested to see what happened when I tried a raw food challenge for the first time, when I only lasted for 9 days.